change a couple things up for you here. One, when the daughter's speaking, let me pull this story up real quick. When the daughter is speaking, I want you to go into a high-pitched voice. When the daughter is talking about the pebble, oh, how clumsy of me. Never mind. If you look into the bag for the one that is left, you will be able to tell which pebble I picked. See, I want you to be somebody different for her. That's one thing. The next thing is I want you to add a little bit more variety from an emotional standpoint, because your voice is working really good right now. It's really flowing. It's really freed up compared to last week, and everything's going very well. Now you're going to just put some thought behind the words. For example, at the beginning, the loan shark was a very old, unattractive looking guy that just so happened to fancy the business owner's daughter. So when you deliver very old, unattractive looking guy, see my face? I even look like very old, unattractive looking guy that just so happened to be the business owner's daughter, something like that. And I'm not going to tell you exactly what to do here. I'm just giving you examples of some things that I want you to do. And since you've read the story once and you're going to read it again, you're just going to slowly begin to add these elements into the story to make it come alive. Because what you did there was perfect as an initial reading, but it was kind of flat. So we're going to now make it explode, but not over explode, just a little bit. I don't want it to be a bomb. I want it to just be an M80, a little firecracker, just kind of a little bit of explosion, okay? Because you can go too far this end and it's artificial. So what I do is I get you at the starting point, and then I slowly have you add more feeling and emphasis to the parts of the story. And then I'll tell you when that's enough, and then you're done. That's where you will actually figure out, this is how much I need to give to it. And then that's it. You don't have to give any more.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay. Let's go.
It's like lifting weights. It's like exercise. You can over-exercise and hurt yourself, or you can under-exercise and get no results. You have to find it in the middle. Okay? So two things. I want you to add emphasis about some different parts of the story, such as the information about the old man. And then I want you to have a higher pitch, very girlsy voice when the girl is speaking. The dog.
Okay.
Okay?
Go?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In a small Italian town, hundreds of years ago, a small business owner owed a large sum of money to a loan shark. The loan shark was a very old and unattractive looking guy that just happened to fancy the business owner's daughter. He decided to offer the businessman a deal that would completely wipe the debt that he owed him. However, the catch was that we would only wipe out the debt if he could marry the businessman's daughter. Needless to say, this proposal was met with a look of disgust. The loan shark said that he would place 2 pebbles into a bag, one white and one black. The daughter would then have to reach into the bag and pick out a pebble. If it was black, the debt would be wiped, but the loan shark would then marry her. White, the debt would also be wiped, but the daughter wouldn't have to marry the loan shark. Standing on a pebble-strewn path in the businessman's garden, the loan shark bent over and picked up 2 pebbles. Whilst he was picking them up, the daughter noticed that he picked up 2 black pebbles and placed them both into the bag. He then asked the daughter to reach into the bag and pick one. The daughter naturally had 3 choices as to what she could have done. Refuse to pick a pebble from the bag, take both pebbles out of the bag and expose the loan shark for cheating, pick a pebble from the bag fully well knowing it was a black, and sacrifice herself of her father's freedom. She drew out a pebble from the bag. Before looking at it, accidentally dropped it into the midst of the other pebbles. She said to the loan shark, Oh, how clumsy of me. Never mind. You look into the bag for which one that is left. You will then be able to tell which pebble I picked. The pebble left in the bag is obviously black. And seeing as the loan shark didn't want to be exposed, he had to play along as if the pebble the daughter dropped was white and clear her father's debt. Moral of the story: it's always possible to overcome a tough situation. Throw out of the box thinking.
It is a typo in there.
Is it?
Yeah, it's supposed to be through out of the box thinking, but they put the word throughout. That's why.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
And not give in to only options you think you have to pick from.
Very good. So I got some notes here, some feedback.
Go.
Very good. First of all, your cadence is great, which means that your pace is very good. Your tone overall, very, very good. Your pauses, right on point. You really, really have a very smooth delivery. You could almost do like, once this training is done, you could almost read books on tape or something. You're very good. Your very listenable voice is very good. It's coming through very well. And a couple of other things. I have nothing negative to say this time. This is all positive. And the next thing, when you said disgust, I could really feel that when you said that word disgust by the man's deal. I could feel that from you when you said that. So that was good. And then you're talking about the marry. He'd have to marry the daughter, then he'd have to, or not marry the daughter. That came across very well, that portion there. And then when you spoke about the daughter, you did everything I said. You had a different personality, a different voice, and that came across very good. So how did that feel overall to you?
It felt really good, but I was switching between reading and being emotional. So I was kind of like I missed the words sometimes, if you know what I mean.
That's
so
okay.
More practice, I'll get better. But
that's
yeah.
Okay. And this is all practice.
Yeah.
To the point where you can get, and I've been able to do this successfully, is just to get a story that you've never seen or read before, instantly get it into you as you're reading it and emit those emotions with feeling instantly without any practice of the story at all. And that just takes a lot of practice, really. It does. And you will get good at that, but it didn't sound as much the second time around like you were reading.
Yeah.
It sounded more like you were telling a story. Okay. That was excellent. Good. It was really, really good.